Eala keeps making waves, shares spotlight with tennis icons. Fresh off an impressive semifinal run at the ASB Classic in Auckland, Filipina tennis star Eala continues to ride a wave of momentum as she heads into the second day of the Kooyong Classic exhibition matches in Australia Wednesday. Eala's strong showing in New Zealand has propelled her to a new career-high ranking of world number 49, marking another major milestone in a rapidly rising professional career. The achievement comes on the heels of a breakthrough week that further cemented her status as one of the most exciting young players on tour. Next up for Eala is the Kooyong Classic, where she joins a star-studded lineup led by Croatian standout Donna Vekic. Also set to compete in the prestigious exhibition event are world number 121 and Australian local favourite Priscilla Hahn, as well as multiple Grand Slam mixed doubles champion Daniela Hančićova. Eala has been prominently featured on the Kooyong Classic's official social media pages, where she has been hyped as one of the talents to watch in the tournament. Her growing global profile was also highlighted by the Australian Open on their social media pages, where she was featured alongside tennis icon Rafael Nadal. The two shared a moment reflecting on the significance of the Australian Open, with Eala reminiscing about it being one of her first junior Grand Slams. For me to be able to win the junior girls doubles with a good friend of mine was such a treasured memory, Eala said. It's sort of my home slam and I have a lot of good memories there. The new generation has different mentalities. They are achieving their goals, they are living the dream to become professional tennis players, Nadal said. This clearly shows the level Eala has reached, sharing the court and feature videos with the tennis icons of today. This year's Australian Open holds special meaning for Eala, as it marks her debut in the tournament's main draw for the WTA Tour, which will complete her appearances across all 4 Grand Slam events. Adding more intrigue to her Kooyong campaign, Eala is set to face Vekic, a familiar opponent she previously defeated during her ASB Classic run. As she builds toward her historic Australian Open debut, Eala's performances continue to signal that she is not just participating on the big stage, but steadily making her mark on it. In the grand theatres of world tennis, where history echoes of blue hard courts and sun-baked clay, where legends are measured in Grand Slams and silence before a serve, there is a new rhythm finding its way into the game. It is the sound of waves, steady and unrelenting, rolling in from an unexpected shore. That rhythm belongs to Eala. She does not arrive with thunder. She arrives with tide. From the Philippines, a country better known for basketball courts tucked between neighborhoods and beaches stretching endlessly toward the horizon, Eala carries something rare into elite tennis, the quiet confidence of someone who knows she belongs, even when the spotlight is still learning her name. Each match, each rally, each fearless return adds another brushstroke to a portrait that is no longer about promise, but presence. The making of a wave. Great tennis players often follow familiar scripts: early dominance, relentless training, inevitable comparisons. Eala's story bends that script just enough to feel fresh. She grew up with the ocean nearby, an image that fits her game perfectly. Waves do not rush. They repeat. They learn the shoreline. They reshape stone by patience rather than force. On court, Eala plays with that same understanding. Her groundstrokes are not merely shots, they are conversations with time and space. She constructs points patiently, reading angles, absorbing pressure, then releasing it with precision. Against opponents shaped by more traditional tennis powers, she brings a style that feels modern and fearless, yet grounded. She is not chasing the game. She is letting it come to her. Standing beside giants. To share the spotlight with tennis icons is no small feat. The icons, those whose names alone command stadiums, carry with them the weight of decades, records etched into marble, rivalries carved into memory. When a young player steps onto the same court, the contrast can be overwhelming. Yet Eala does not shrink beside them. When cameras pan from champions with multiple Grand Slam titles to Eala preparing to save, something subtle happens. The moment stops being about difference in experience and starts becoming about continuity. She is not there to borrow the spotlight. She is there to inherit part of it. There's a particular kind of courage in that. Not loud, not defiant, but assured. She watches icons not as distant idols, but as future benchmarks. Each handshake at the net, each shared practice session, each brief exchange of smiles becomes part of her education. And in return, she offers them something equally powerful. A reminder that the game is alive, evolving, and beautifully unfinished. Carrying a nation quietly. For Filipino fans, Eala represents more than ranking points or match statistics. She is proof. Proof that global stages are not reserved for a few countries. Proof that talent, when given opportunity and discipline, can cross oceans. Yet what makes Eala remarkable is how lightly she carries this responsibility. She does not perform nationalism. She embodies it through effort. Every disciplined training session, every composed interview, every respectful acknowledgement of her roots adds depth to her presence. She understands that inspiration does not come from speeches. It comes from consistency. In her victories, young players see possibility. In her losses, they see resilience. Both are equally important. The art of becoming. Tennis icons are not born in moments of triumph alone. They are shaped in quiet hours, early mornings, empty courts, relentless repetition. Eala is still in the act of becoming, and that is what makes watching her so compelling. She experiments. She adapts. She learns. Against seasoned opponents, she absorbs lessons at match speed. She learns how legends manage nerves, how they recover between points, how they conserve energy across long battles. Each tournament adds layers to her understanding, like chapters written not in ink, but in sweat. What separates her from many rising players is not just skill, but awareness. She seems to know that greatness is not rushed. It is accumulated. Sharing, not stealing, the spotlight. When Eala shares the court with tennis royalty, the spotlight widens rather than shifts. Fans do not have to choose between past and future. They get to witness the bridge between them. Icons bring history. Eala brings momentum. Together, they created dialogue across generations, the wisdom of experience meeting the hunger of youth. In these moments, tennis feels timeless. The game becomes less about who dominates and more about how it continues. Eala does not demand attention. She earns it point by point, beyond the scoreline. What makes her wave-making presence truly special is that it extends beyond wins and losses. It is in her composure during tight moments, in her willingness to fight,